If you're ready to file your LLC, you may be asking yourself, should I do this myself or use a company?
What are you going to do? Just go running off to the wild by yourself?
Are LLC formation services worth the cost, or should I have an attorney to do it for me? And honestly, I've been there because I'm a business owner as well. That's why I scrapped my old boring LLC video. I had another video and I made this one different because I wanted to add more value to you and be helpful and a little bit more energetic. So we're diving into a Reddit thread to see what everyday people just like you went through when forming their LLCs. We'll uncover the pros and cons of doing it yourself, the DIY option. We'll look at LLC formation services and even the attorney option, possibly hiring an attorney to file your LLC for you. Now, I'm going to mention some LLC formation companies in this video. If you use my links, I will receive a small affiliate commission at no additional cost to you. Now, let's look at the do-it-yourself option, the DIY. First, we're going to look at the pros and cons of filing yourself. The pro is, if you file your LLC yourself, it may be the cheapest option and save you money. The cons are, it's going to require you to do some research. You're going to have to fill out some forms, and there's going to be some risk of error. But if that's the best decision for you at this time, you can go straight to your state Secretary of State website, find the LLC formation forms, and fill them out yourself. A commenter on this Reddit thread actually went this route, but they warned that there was some paperwork involved and it was a bit overwhelming for them. In addition to that, several people mentioned a registered agent service. So I just want to go over a brief explanation of that. It's basically an entity, company, or person who receives legal documents on your LLC's behalf. It's not mandatory to have a registered agent, but it can be helpful in keeping some of your personal information private when you file your LLC. Speaking of registered agents, a few commenters stressed the importance of having a registered agent service. They mentioned it's a good idea to get a registered agent no matter which route you choose. Next up, we'll cover LLC formation services. The pros are, it's relatively easy to use the LLC formation service and it's hassle-free. They handle all the paperwork and filing for you. And depending on the company, there's usually a faster turnaround time than if you were to do it yourself. The costs are, it's going to cost more than your do-it-yourself service. And some of the companies do try to upsell you a lot. These companies handle paperwork for you, making things nice and easy. One of the commenters mentioned that they use Northwest Registered Agent and they loved their experience. It was a fast turnaround and good customer service. And I can attest to that because I had to call Northwest Registered Agent for this video. I needed to do a little bit further research. I did have an excellent customer service experience. And if you use my link down below for Northwest Registered Agent, you will get a very generous discount when filing your LLC formation. That link is down below. Now, I did mention upsells. Someone in the Reddit thread said they use in business, but there were a lot of upsells compared to the initial pricing that was offered. So you do want to be mindful of upsells and you don't want to purchase services that you just do not need. I actually did a comparison video of LLC formation companies, and I'm going to include that link somewhere on the screen so you can check out that video after you finish watching this one. The next option is to hire a lawyer. Hire an attorney to file your LLC for you. The pros are, you're going to get an expert who's going to ensure that everything is done right and they're going to handle all the complexities. It is the most expensive option, but if your LLC is complicated, you may want to seek the services of an attorney. If your LLC, if it's just you or you and your spouse, filing is going to be pretty simple and hiring an attorney may be overkill. This Reddit thread also had some interesting discussions about whether forming an LLC is even necessary at all. Some people said you should consider factors like your business structure, how much insurance is going to cost before you make a decision to file an LLC. Personally, when I start a business and it's generating revenue, I always file an LLC, but of course that's going to be based on your specific situation and further research that you do. Overall, this Reddit thread showed me that there's no one size that fits all. And of course, you need to do thorough research, like watching this video, weighing the pros and the cons, and just taking your time when making a decision. Now let's discuss how to choose the right option for your LLC. We've seen the pros and the cons for the do-it-yourself option, the LLC formation, and the lawyers, but how do you actually choose the right option for your situation? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 main factors you want to consider when you're trying to make a decision about which route to take for your LLC. The first is your budget. You want to look at your budget because money does matter, especially when you're starting a business. The do-it-yourself option is definitely the cheapest option, while lawyers will cost the most. LLC formation companies fall somewhere in between, but I do recommend that you watch that video where I compare LLC formation companies so that you can have the best money saving strategy. The complexity of your LLC is the next thing you want to factor in. Is your business structure straightforward, or do you have multiple members with specific roles? A complex LLC may benefit from the expertise of an attorney. The third point you want to consider is your level of comfort when it comes to filing paperwork. Be honest with yourself. How comfortable are you with filing legal documents? LLCs are pretty straightforward and easy. I file countless, but it all depends on your personality. Are you going to see the process through? And do you get intimidated by filing legal paperwork? If that is you, then you may want to enlist the services of an LLC formation company or an attorney. If you've determined an LLC company is right for you, excellent. I hope that you got value from this video so far. I have another video, as I mentioned, that goes over LLC formation companies, and I've also included a comparison chart in that video and down below. I hope that gives you clarity and helps you in your decision-making process.